Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora, we know they're about to lock it up again for a rematch. And we know the first fight was an absolute bloodbath, literally, man. You seen blood everywhere. I mean, Tim Tszyu, he had caught a nasty gash on the top of his head from Sebastian Fundora's elbow. And in turn, I believe there was I think Sebastian Fundora's nose ended up getting broken. I'm not sure if it was a headbutt or a punch from Tim Tszyu. I can't remember. But both of these dudes was busted open. They fought the entire fight bloody. It was a mess, man. It was a mess. A lot of people think they should have stopped the fight because Tim Tszyu was bleeding way too much. I mean, his whole entire face was red. But they let the fight go on, and that gave Tim Tszyu his first loss. That was the first loss for Tim Tszyu. And I'm not sure if that fight really took a lot out of him as far as like his confidence because of the way it was lost. But definitely that Murtazaliev fight, that definitely took a lot out of him, man. He sure didn't want no rematch with Murtazaliev. He got his ass whooped. But yeah, Sebastian Fundora has came out and said he doesn't want this fight to be a mess. He doesn't want a bloody mess like last time. But unfortunately, man, if these two fight, these dudes, they like to fight in the pocket a lot, especially Fundora. And we could possibly have a repeat of what happened last time because we don't know if Tim Tszyu, if the tissue is, it could open back up. Who knows? But Fundora got those long arms, man, and Tim Tszyu was much shorter than Fundora. And that was the first issue in the first fight. That was the main issue in the first fight. He kept getting under his, trying to get under his jab, and I guess his elbow, when he throwing the jab out or something, I don't know, he just was going with so much force, it just bust Tim on the top of his head. I'm not sure exactly what happened. But the only way I see this not turning into another bloody mess is if Tim Tszyu incorporates some outboxing, or if Fundora, because we've seen in I think one of his previous fights, one of his most recent fights, he was trying to box a little bit more. So we might see a Fundora that try to use a jab and try to keep fight tall, But if we got a Tim Tszyu that's trying to get in there and get his revenge or whatever you want to call it, you gonna fuck around. The same thing will happen again. You're gonna get bust open again, and then they probably end up stopping that fight, for technicality or something like that. But if in order for this to not be a mess like the last fight, both of them or one of them is gonna have to adjust their fighting style. If they don't, if Fundora decides to fight small, Tim Tszyu don't decide to box and decides to come forward and just throw awkward, throw heavy punches, when don't block, don't keep his telephone up and stuff like that, or when Fundora chooses to not box and want to just make it a phone booth fight, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be the same thing. Probably won't be blood on his top of his head. Might be a gash on his forehead, over his eye, anything like that. And well, we'll have to see, man. Who agrees with me? Let me know, man. Drop them comments. It's your boy Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And I'm out.